नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिने इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Giridhari, Radha Giridhari Radhe. Jaya Radha Giridhari, Radha Giridhari Radhe. Jaya Radha Gopinath, Radha Gopinath Radhe. Jaya Radha Gopinath, Radha Gopinath Radhe. Jaya Radha Rasa Bihari, Radha Rasa Bihari Radhe. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Radha Kunja Bihari, Radha Kunja Bihari Radhe. Jaya Radha Kunja Bihari, Radha Kunja Bihari Radhe. Jaya Radha Kunja Bihari, Radha Kunja Bihari Radhe. Jaya Radha Bhakya Bihari, Radha Bhakya Bihari Radhe. Jaya Radha Bhakya Bihari, Radha Bhakya Bihari Radhe. Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra. Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra. Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pathagami, Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu. Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pathagami, Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Gurudev. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Gurudev. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. बोलो हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय, शिल प्रभुपाद की जय, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन, यमुना तीरावनचारी, यमुना तीरावनचारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन, यमुना तीरावनचारी, यमुना तीरावनचारी, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, 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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्, नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया, भगवतीम् उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। Welcome everyone in Bhagavad Gita class. So in the last discussion we have seen till 9.18, 9th chapter, 18th slok we have done. We'll start from 9th chapter, 19th slok. So we'll recite verses, then we'll start discussion followed by Mangalacharan. 9.18 गतिर भरता प्रभु साक्षी, निवासः शरणं सुहृत, प्रभवः प्रलयः स्थानं, निधानं बीजम् अव्ययम्. I am the goal, the sustainer, the master, the witness, the abode, the refuge, and the most dear friend. I am the creation and the annihilation, the basis of everything, the resting place and eternal seat. 9.19. Tapamyaham aham varsham nigrimyami uttijami cha amritam chaiva mrityus sad asad chaham arjuna. O Arjuna, I give heat and I withhold and send forth the rain. I am immortality and I am also death personified. Both spirit and matter are in me. 9.20. Traividya mama soma paha puta papa yagyera ishtva swargagatim prarthayante te punyam asadya surendra lokam asananti divyan divideva bhogan. So those who study the Vedas and drink the som juice, seeking the heavenly planets, worship me indirectly, purified of sinful reactions. They take birth on the pious heavenly planet of Indra, where they enjoy godly delights. 9.21. Te tam bhuktva sargalokam vishalam chine punye martalokam vishanti evam traidharmam anuprapanna gata gatam kama kama labhante. When they have thus enjoyed vast heavenly sense enjoyment and results of their past activities are exhausted, they return to this mortal planet again. So thus, those who seek sense enjoyment by adhering to the principles of the three Vedas achieve only repeated birth and death. 9.22. Ananyasa chintayanto mam ye janaha paryupasate te samanitya abhiyuktanam yogachemam vahamyaham. But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. 9.23. Yepi anya devata bhakta yajante shraddhayanvita tepi mameva kaunteya yajanti avidhi purvakam. So those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way. 9.24. Aham hi sarva yajnana bhokta cha prabhureva cha natu mam abhijananti tattve nataschavanti te. I am the only enjoyer and master of all sacrifices. Therefore, those who do not recognize my true transcendental nature fall down. 9.25. Yanti deva brata devan pitrin yanti pitti bata bhutani yanti bhuteja yanti madhyajinopi mam. Those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods. Those who worship the ancestors go to the ancestors. Those who worship ghosts and spirits will take birth among them. And those who worship me will live with me. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yudapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsho Shri Rupam Sagra Jatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवाद आशादेशतारिणे हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांता नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषधानुपति सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा। Welcome everyone in Bhagavad Gita class once again. So we'll start from 9.19. First we'll see what we have done in 9.18. So in 9.18 we have seen that how Krishna is handling all the relationship with living and non-living entities. And there are several witnesses of our activities. Okay, so if you are doing any activity, there are several witnesses. In Srimad Bhagavatam 6.1.42, it is told, Suryogni kham marudeva sumah sandhyani dishah kam kuh swayam dharma iti hi ete dayasya sakshinah. The sun, fire, sky, air, demigods, moon, evening, day, night, directions, water, land, and super soul himself all witness the activities of living entity. Everything is witnessed. All these earth, sky, wind, moon, sun, these are the witness of our activities. So if you are doing something, it is witnessed by them. Okay, so that is in 9.18. Gatir bharata prabhu sakshi nivasah saranam suhrita prabhavah pralayah sthanam nidhanam vijam avyayam. I am the goal, the sustainer, the master, the witness, the abode, the refuge, and most dear friend. So Krishna is the most dear friend. I am the creation and annihilation, the basis of everything, the resting place, and the eternal seed. So Krishna is eternal seed. So it is the mercy of Krishna that the child get birth. Okay, then if the mercy of Krishna is not there, then it is very difficult. It becomes very, very difficult. Okay, that we have seen in 9.18. Now we'll see 9.19. Tapamyaham aham varsam nigrinyami utisrami cha amritam chaiva mrityus sad asad chaham Arjuna. O Arjuna, I give heat and withhold and send forth the rain. I am immortality and I am also death personified. Both spirit and matter are in me. Okay, so for Krishna, there is no distinction between matter and spirit. Krishna is matter, Krishna is spirit. So matter is means it is Krishna's external energy, aparashakti. And spiritual energy is the parashakti of Krishna. It is antarashakti. So both are energy of Krishna only. It may be para or apara, spirit or matter. So tapamyaham aham varsham. So Krishna is saying that I am the supreme controller of all controllers. Nigrinami osajami cha. Demigods are acting on his behalf. So everyone is part and parcel of Krishna. So even demigods are also part of Krishna, part and parcel of Krishna. So everyone, living, non-living, are part and parcel of everything resides in the Krishna's body. Okay, so when Krishna exhale, everything is created. Universe is manifested. And when Krishna inhale, all the manifestations are again go into the body of Krishna, or it rests for unlimited time. And whenever Krishna wish to create the universe, again it can be created. So it is by the will of, everything is happening by the will of Krishna. Although Krishna has created external energy as well as internal energy, Antara Shakti and Bahya Shakti. And Krishna is managing everything. But it is managed by the will of Krishna. See, these are the different departments. Maybe the demigods are looking after it. But Krishna himself is alone. He is separate from all these things. It may be spiritual energy or it may be matter. So Krishna is different from that. Krishna is always aloof from that. Amritam chaiva mrityusya. For those who remember me, I am the immortality. For those who forget me, I am the death personified. Example, cat for kitten and cat for the rats. Okay, so cat hold both the objects. It may be the kitten or it may be the rat in the mouth only. But it is how it is managed, for what consciousness it is caught, that also matters. So when cat is holding kitten, it is a positive. It doesn't want to bite. Cat doesn't want to bite the kitten. But when same cat hold rat in her mouth, she can eat it. It is like a knife. So same knife is used for surgical operation, and same knife is used to cut the vegetables. Okay, so both the places it is used to cut, but the concept is different. Okay, and same knife is used to murder also. Okay, but these are different places of application of the same knife. But same knife can be used for murder and same knife can be used for surgical operation. So surgical operation can give one's life and murder can take the life. Both are here, the goal is different, but the object is same, that is a knife. Okay, same way Krishna has created everything, but Krishna is aloof from it. Krishna is not there. Krishna is aloof from it. Sad asachaham Arjuna, controller of both matter and spirit. So Krishna is the supreme controller. He controls para as well as apara shakti, Bahya Shakti as well as Antara Shakti. So spiritual world is managed by Krishna by his internal potency. And external potency, the Bahya Shakti, the material energy, is managed by Krishna by the external potency. So there is internal potency and external potency. Immortality. What is immortality? The energy which sustains us and which prolongs the duration of life. So because of immortality only, we are able to sustain here and we can do something. Okay, so In the mortal world, immortality is very, very difficult. Okay. Syntax point 9.18, 19. Tapamyaham varsham. And you can see those who are, and Krishna, by sitting at one place, managing the entire universe. It may be the external world or internal world. It is all managed by Krishna only. As we know that not even a blade of grass moves without the order of Krishna. It is all under the instruction of Krishna. Okay, so there are many spiritual worlds, there are many Vaikuntha planets, there are many universes, there are many earths, there are many sun, which all it is managed by Krishna at the same time. It is not like Krishna goes here and there to manage. If Krishna wants to manage the material world, he comes here. No, by sitting at one place, Krishna never leaves Golok, Vrindavan Dham, Vaikuntha planet. Krishna is always there. So Krishna has got responsibility for managing everything. So how he is managing? So everything is managed by the will of Krishna. Krishna is not present physically anywhere. Krishna is aloof. Krishna is independent from his creation. Okay, and those who are devotees, those who are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So we have to chant this Mahamantra regularly, repeatedly, every time, every moment. You do your work. I'm not asking to sit at one place either. You do your work, same time, keep in center Krishna. If you keep Krishna in center, Krishna will manage everything and the output of everything will be excellent. So Krishna is the supreme master, supreme controller, supreme sustainer. Krishna knows, and this is all the activities, the nature of Krishna's birth is understood by devotees. Why? Because they have surrendered soul. Okay. So this is the text 9.19. 9.20 and 21. Traividya mama somapaha utapapa yagyer ishtva swargagatim prarthayante te punyam asadya surendra lokam asananti divyan divideva bhogan. So those who study the Vedas and drink the som juice, seeking the heavenly planets, worship me indirectly, purified of sinful reactions. They take birth on the pious heavenly planet of Indra, where they enjoy godly delights. Okay, so if you have done some pious activities, collected lot of pious activities, so one is promoted to the heavenly planets, Indra's planets, and there they can enjoy for 10,000 years. But after Chine Punya Martalokya, once your punya is seen, becomes seen, again you are thrown into this material world. So this is the cycle of birth and death. So even if in the material world you do some pious activities, you worship Indra, you worship sun god, you worship moon god, you will be transferred to that planet. But if you worship Krishna, you will be directly promoted to the Vaikuntha planet. So it is like staircase and elevator. So if you take elevator, you are directly going to Krishna. If you worship Krishna, it is like you are taking elevator. But if you are worshipping many demigods, it is like a staircase. You are going ahead one by one. So instead of going ahead one by one, step by step, you can directly worship Krishna and you can reach to the top. Because why? Because when you are worshipping demigod, when you are reading Vedas, the ultimate result of these is cycle of birth and death. So by doing all these, you will not be liberated. You will collect some past activities, and after that you will be promoted to heavenly planets where you will enjoy. you will take pleasure by taking the so much juice. But it is like that is not permanent. So worshipping demigods is worshipping Krishna, but indirectly. And that is not suggested. Krishna never suggests to worship demigods. Krishna suggests worship me. And it is like you are taking elevator to reach Vaikuntha planet, Golok Vrindavan Dham. So results of demigod worship is karma kanda. So demigod worshippers worship Krishna only, but indirectly. They study the Vedas, drink the Soma juice, seeking the heavenly planets. Path of demigod worshippers, purified of sinful reactions. They take birth on the pious heavenly planets of Indra, where they enjoy godly delights. So at Indra's planet, all the heavenly pleasures are there, available. So after exhausting the results of pious activities, they are again thrown into this material world, material planet again. Thus, this path only offers repeated birth and death. So by worshipping demigod, by reading Karma Kanda, by reading Vedas, performing Karma Kanda, you are part of cycle of birth and death only. But if you worship Krishna, instead of staircase, you take elevator, you will be directly promoted to Golok Vrindavan Dham. So worshipping Krishna is performing yajna to get swarga. When they acquire enough credit, goes to demigod planet, enjoy lots of pleasure, like drinking som juice. Okay, so if you wish to have the demigod planet, you will go there 101%. But if you wish to have Krishna, you will be promoted to Golok Vrindavan Dham. So always chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, so you can organize your memory, your thought process, preparedness before the death, and your consciousness should be Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So worshipping demigod is worshipping Krishna, but indirectly, and that is never ever suggested by Krishna. Krishna never suggests something which is impractical. So results of demigod worshippers is karma kanda. So ultimate goal for Trivedis is Krishna only. So if you are reading Vedas, various scriptural injunctions, that is karma kanda. That is karma kanda, and you are worshipping Krishna indirectly. Actual Trivedis take shelter of lotus feet of Krishna and engage in devotional service. Why? How they do this? By chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and by cultivating knowledge about Krishna. So if you want to go too close to Krishna, you will always want to meet Krishna. You will always want to have more knowledge about Krishna. Okay, so these are some signals. And then if you start thinking about Krishna, you are already in Samadhi. Chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you are already in Samadhi. So devotees are at top class Vaishnavas. Simply official students of Vedas are only interested in sacrifice to demigods. Indra sacrifice, Indra's yag, moon god yag, sun god yag, Varun Deva yag. There are so many yagyas are there, so many sacrifices are there. Only benefits achieved is get purified of lower modes, elevation to heavenly planet. So if you have collected lot of pious activities, you will be promoted to heavenly planet with longer life and better sense gratification. Okay, so your life will be increased by going to the heavenly planet. There you will enjoy with som juice and lot of other things are there for pleasure. But what is the disadvantage of heavenly planet? If you make a goal to go to the heavenly planets, what is the disadvantage? Chine Punye Marutya Loke. So once your Punya becomes seed, again you are thrown into this material world. You may enjoy for 10,000 years, but after 10,000 years, again you will be thrown back into this material world. So why to follow Karma Kanda then? Follow Krishna, think about Krishna, speak about Krishna, work for Krishna, fulfill desires of Krishna. You will be promoted to Golok Vrindavan Dham. Okay, so comes back to the cycle of birth and death after exhausting pious deeds. Okay, compared to cycle of birth, so cycle of birth and death is compared to fairies of wheel. How wheel is moving? It is like a cycle. Okay, moves, start from one point and again comes to the same point. Okay, so by doing some karma kanda, you accumulate pious activities, and for these activities you are promoted to heavenly planets. You enjoy there for 10,000 years. Once your punya becomes seed, again you are thrown into this material world. So birth, death, birth, death. So you are entangled in the cycle of birth and death. But if you worship Krishna directly, instead of taking staircase, if you take elevator, you will be directly promoted to the Golok Vrindavan Dham. Back home, back to Godhead. Okay, so instead of making demigods planet as goal, make spiritual world Golok Vrindavan Dham as goal. You will go there. That is the text number 20 to 21. Text number 22. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janah paryupasate tesam nitya abhyuktanam yogachemam vahamyaham. But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. So it is a Krishna's duty. Okay, so if Krishna wants to save, no one can kill. If Krishna wants to kill, no one can protect. Okay, so that is the Mare Krishna Rakhe Krishna Mare ke. So okay, if Krishna wants to kill someone, no one can protect. But if Krishna protects someone, no one can kill. So Krishna says, for those who worship me with exclusive devotion, for them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. So protection and annihilation both depends on Krishna. Both depends on Krishna's will. Krishna himself physically is not maintaining anything. Although Krishna has created everything, it has been manifested by the will of Krishna. It is maintained, sustained, annihilated by the will of Krishna. Although Krishna is responsible for both manifestation and destruction, but he is aloof from it at the same time. A devotee is perfect in self-realization. Why? His only desire is to associate with Supreme Personality of Godhead. A devotee will always associate with Krishna, associate with his devotees, associate with Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. Nowhere else. If he is a devotee, he is responsible for carrying out the devotional service. He always worships with exclusive devotion. So for devotional service, devotion is required. If you have devotion, you can perform devotional service very well. Devotees cannot live without Krishna a single moment. Every moment they are thinking about Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So devotee has devoted his life for Krishna. And Krishna has devoted his life for devotees. So devotee is for Krishna and Krishna is for devotee. Such Krishna consciousness are all auspicious and full of spiritual potencies. So if you work for devotional service, you read scriptures, associate with Krishna, associate with Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, associate with devotees, listen, hearing lectures, it means you are already in Samadhi. And these are all the significance of pious activities. These are all auspicious in itself. And it is full of spiritual potencies. So a devotee is perfect in self-realization. Why? Because he is devoted towards the devotional service. Then comes yoga. Implies such a devotee undoubtedly approaches Lord without difficulty. Okay, those who are doing yoga, they are actually concentrating on Krishna. They are trying to keep Krishna in center. And yoga helps the consciousness of devotee for Krishna. Okay, so yoga kshemam vahamyaham. Kshema refers to the merciful protection. Kshema means kshama. Okay, so those who are devoted, they are not aggressive. They are cool. Whatever is there, whatever happening is there, it is all because of Krishna. It refers to the merciful protection of the Lord. When one becomes fully Krishna consciousness, the Lord protects him from falling down to a miserable conditional life. So, if you have surrendered unto the lotus feet of Krishna fully, so it is the responsibility of Krishna to protect what you have and to give what you lack. Both are the responsibility of Krishna. Because Krishna knows devotees are dependent on me. And Krishna knows that I am also dependent on devotee. Although Krishna is dependent and independent at the same time. So Krishna is creating, but he is aloof. Okay. Similarly, so Krishna protects what you have and give what you lack. So he is a provider and he is a giver and taker both. So everything is dependent on Krishna. Nothing belongs to us. So it is our pride that we think I am the owner of this, I am the owner of this, this is the car, this is the bungalow, everything belongs to me. So this is your pride. Nothing belongs to you. You have not brought anything into this world, and you are not going to carry anything from this world when you are leaving this body. So it is Krishna who takes care of things. You take birth because of Krishna, and you die because of Krishna. So if you do a spiritual activity, you go to the Golok Vrindavan Dham. If you do Karma Kanda, you are part of the heavenly planet. So it is all will of Krishna. Krishna is managing all these things by his will. And those who are devoted, they are always chanting Hare Krishna Mahamant. And in Kali Yuga, Kali Yuga Kevala Naam Adhara. So in Kali Yuga, only Hari Naam is sufficient for liberation, for going home back to Godhead. Supreme God, Supreme Personality of Krishna, God himself says that I am the protector and I am the giver, what you don't have, what you lack. Why? Because devotees are dependent on me. So this is the verse number 22. Verse number 23. Demigod worship without knowledge of Krishna, supremacy, is called avidhi purvakam. So in the next verse, Krishna is telling, Yepi anya devata bhakta yajante shraddhayanvita tepi mameva kaunteya yajanti avidhi purvakam. So if you are worshipping Krishna, demigods, Krishna is saying it is avidhi purvakam. You are worshipping me only indirectly, but it is avidhi. This is the wrong way of doing. So those who are devotees of other gods, who worship them with faith, actually worship only me. So Krishna is saying if you are worshipping sun god, indirectly you are worshipping me only. But that is the wrong way of doing. O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way. If you are worshipping sun god, you are worshipping me only, but you are doing it in a wrong way. Okay, so you are following the staircase. You are not following the elevator. So if staircase and elevator both are present in front of you, what is the meaning of taking staircase? Okay, everyone will prefer elevator. So elevator will take you directly to Golok Vrindavan Dham. Elevator will help you to worship Krishna. So here both the things are given, and Krishna is telling that it is avidhi purvakam if you are worshipping demigods. There are three analogies in this particular verse. It is told that pouring water on leaves and branches and not the roots. Okay, so if you are worshipping demigods, it means you are pouring water on the leaves, on the branches, not on root. Whereas Krishna is root, and all the demigods and all these are branches and leaves. Okay, so we should all to water the root, worship Krishna. Another analogy is feeding different parts of the body and not the stomach. If your hand thing, I will eat. If your leg thing, I will eat. I will not allow to eat, feed the stomach. What will happen? That is the wrong way of doing. So what you have to do, all the limbs of the body help us to feed the stomach. If the stomach is full or it's fed through proper Mahaprasad, entire body will be nurtured. Okay, so this is another analogy. Not to follow the laws of the government and offering a bribe to the office. So for every task, every activity in the material world, there is a rule, there is a law, policy. We all need to follow it. And if you don't follow it and we go to directly any particular employee, government employee, and we start bribing him. So what we are doing? We are doing same thing, but it is wrong way. You are getting the work done, but you are following the wrong way. So we should never ever bribe any government officers. We should follow the law, and according to law, we should act. If you are giving bribe, your job is getting done, but you are starting a wrong tradition. You are responsible for that. Then tomorrow you cannot scold to someone else, abuse to someone else, that you yourself are doing wrong thing. How you can say blame others? Okay, so these are the three analogies for indirect worshippers, demigod worshippers. And what is the result of such worship? What happens to such worshippers? They simply fall down. Why? They accumulate some pious activities. They go to the heavenly planets. They enjoy for 10,000 years. And again, they are thrown back to the material world. So this is the cycle of birth and death. They simply fall down. Okay, so that is discussed in next verse, that is 9.24. So 9.24 says, aham hi sarva yagyana bhokta cha prabhurev cha natu mam abhijananti tattve na tasyavanti te. I am the only enjoyer and master of all sacrifices. Therefore, those who do not recognize my true transcendental nature, they fall down simply. So Krishna is saying that those who are not following Krishna, they will simply fall down one day. Why? If you are doing any sacrifice, I am the enjoyer. Demigods are not actually accepting it. You are doing any particular yajna, any sacrifice, it is, I am the enjoyer. I am the enjoyer. So, Krishna as the only enjoyer and master of all sacrifices. Demigod worshippers, after great endeavor to follow Vedas, simply fall down to material existence. And they do not achieve the goal of material life, goal of life. So, goal of life should be Krishna, not heavenly planets. So, if you are making goal heavenly planets, you will go to heavenly planets. Why? Because whatever sacrifices you are performing, it is enjoyed by Krishna only. And it is their ignorance that they are not aware about Krishna's position. So we should all need to understand the position of Krishna. Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. What an introduction Krishna. Krishna doesn't require any introduction. He himself is everything. He is the cause of causes. Krishna says, those who do not recognize my transcendental nature, they fall down. We should make our life, goal of life, to understand Krishna. We should perform all our activities by keeping center in Krishna, by keeping Krishna in center. Final conclusion, even if one has material desires, better to worship Supreme Lord. If you have material desire, you want something, money and all, you worship Krishna. So slowly you will progress in spiritual life, in devotional service. So if you are worshipping Krishna, your material desire will vanish. Prahlad worshipped Krishna. Hari Hari. Prahlad worshipped Krishna, and when he saw Krishna, all his material desire vanished automatically. So that's why Krishna is saying, even if you want material thing, you worship me. I will kill your material desires. So when Krishna appears in front of Prahlad Maharaj didn't ask any material thing, because all his material desire went away automatically. Demigod worship is for temporary benefit. Therefore, demigod worshippers fall down and do not achieve the desired goal of life. Those who are living in the ignorance in material life, they only worship the demigods. So best, Krishna is suggesting, even if you are material thing, worship me. I am responsible for your all desire. So Krishna is saying that even if you want to have material things, worship me. Krishna himself is saying. So Krishna is taking every step to take us to go home back to Godhead. So everything is there in Bhagavad Gita. So that is aham hi sarva yajna. Whatever yajna, sacrifice you do, I am the enjoyer. Bhokta cha prabhureva cha. I am the supreme bhokta. Krishna is saying, I am the supreme bhokta. Natu mam abhijananti tattve natasyavanti te. So those who don't understand my transcendent nature, they fall down. 101%. Then 9.25. Yanti deva brata devan pitrin yanti pitivata bhutani yanti bhuteja yanti madhyajinopi ma. So those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods. Those who worship the ancestors go to the ancestors. Those who worship ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings. And those who worship me will live with me. So Krishna is saying everything. If you worship demigod, you will go to demigod. If you worship sun god, you will go to sun planet. If you worship moon god, you will go to moon planet. If you worship Indra, you will go to Indra's planet. So whatever you worship, if you worship ghost, you will go to their planet. If you worship your ancestors, you will go to their planet. But if you worship me, you will always live with me. And where Krishna lives? Krishna lives in Golok Vrindavan Dham. So Krishna is very, very eager to have us in the Vaikuntha Dham. So it is us, we are not ready. It is we that we are not ready. It is me, I am not ready. I cannot accept Krishna. I don't have faith in Krishna. I cannot perform devotional service. I don't follow Navadha Bhakti. I don't follow the Kirtanam, Sravanam, Kirtanam. Okay, so we need to follow it. So relative destinations of different worshippers, those who worship me, they always live with me. Those who worship ghosts, they go to the ghost planet. And those who worship ancestors, they go to the ancestors. And pitrin yanti pittivata. The yanti deva brata devan, those who worship the demigods will take birth among them. Yanti madhyajinopi mam, but those who worship me, they always live with me. So what is the role of Krishna consciousness movement? Simply chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and go home back to Godhead. Devotional service takes one to Krishna's planet. So devotional service is the only pillar catching which you can go to the Golok Vrindavan Dham. So what is the basis of destinations? Destination depends on faith reposed by an individual. What kind of faith you have? How much faith you have? Example, Darsa Paurnamashi, a process of karma kand, rituals to go to the moon or sun, etc. So what ritual you follow? You follow ritual for sun, you follow ritual for moon, you follow ritual for Indra, or you follow ritual for Krishna. Where you faith have relative destinations of different worshippers. So we'll stop over here. Next time we'll see verse number 9.26. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. If anyone has question. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavabhyo namo namah. Hare Krishna.